This was a year and a half ago, when I was 20. I was in college and had my own apartment in a super old building in a city. Having to pay for an apartment while schooling caused me to have 2 jobs on top of everything else, so I was understandably under a lot of stress. Since the building was old, there very well could have been some weird mold or carbon monoxide that I couldn't see affecting this experience too. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened to me since.
I was heading back home to my apartment. I was driving by myself on the highway, with my boyfriend in his own car following behind me. It was pouring as I was driving, and slightly dark. Visibility wasn't great. As young, reckless people do, we were racing a little on our way home. I was in the lead. I got near this bend in the highway with an overpass above it. On either sides of me were concrete rail guards, and just up ahead in the road was a puddle. I was going approximately 120 to 130 kilometers an hour, which is 75 to 80 miles per hour. As I approached this bend in the road, I was hit with an overwhelming sense of fear. I immediately slowed down to below the speed limit and all was fine. Immediately after this though, my boyfriend calls me. I answer the phone and he's freaking out. He's crying and telling me to slow down. I said I already did because I had a weird feeling and asked him why he wanted to tell me that. From his perspective, I was driving around the bend and did not slow down. When I hit the puddle, I hydroplaned and he saw my headlights go toward the concrete rail guard to my left. Then in an instant, I was straightened out again like it had never happened at all. Both of us remembered this experience in detail. Although when we got home and talked about it, we chalked it down to a weird coincidence and maybe too much stress. But was it a coincidence? I felt real fear. He felt real panic and grief. At the same instant. I haven't really thought about it a whole lot since then. Except when I'm speeding and it's raining. I always slow down now, until recently when I was watching a documentary that described someone else experiencing something similar. I won't go into detail about the documentary itself because I don't want to bias myself or any readers. But I'm just not sure anymore if it was a coincidence, a hallucination, or something even weirder.